All right. Anyway, babe, it is strawberry 15. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Strawberry 15 podcast milk
It's
coming
episode
at you recorded.
coming at you recorded. One day we could do it live. I think that'd be pretty cool.
I don't.
But anyway, it's episode 15 of the Strawberry Milk Podcast. My mini stroke just now aside. Babe,
Yeah.
how you feeling?
I have a really, really, really itchy part of the skin on my foot. Like, you know when like the side what?
No, like get it away from the table or else it's gonna make the microphone ring.
Oh, but so literally it's like the super, super itchy side of my foot and it's on like the top of it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's been itchy for like 2 days now. There's nothing on it. I have no idea what the
Just
fuck's
smack
going
your
on.
foot.
No. I'm
Little, just smack. If it itches, smack it.
not gonna smack my foot.
Hey, that's what got me through
I
my
hurt
eczema.
my toe. Oh, I hurt my toe, guys. Okay,
Oh
so
my god.
I was sitting on the chair, right, as somebody does on a chair, and you know when like you try to scoot back or you kind of do a little hoppy hop, right? Somehow, and I'm still confused myself, my toe was underneath where the chair leg landed, and so I full body weight sat down on the chair on top of my little ring finger toe, and that hurt so bad I literally felt like I was gonna throw up.
I mean, to be fair, when you sit down, you do throw your feet out to the side like you're an Olympic skier doing that thing where they, like the Winter Olympics where they like go
Yeah.
off the ramp and they jump down the hill and they have to stay in the air as long as possible.
Yeah.
That's what you fucking look like.
Thanks.
Look like a duck that's like taking a knee.
Waddle waddle.
I don't know how your ankles haven't collapsed on themselves by now. my love.
Honestly, they hurt a lot. I walk not pigeon toed, it's the opposite of that.
Stompers, big step, and not giving a fuck where your feet land, bro.
Stompers. Listen, there's a reason I didn't walk till I was like 18 months old. All right, and I just
The superior race, ladies and gentlemen.
no, it's literally
Or so they say.
I did it. My mom carried me everywhere. So I was like, why would I walk? Like I knew how. I was like, I'm good. Like you can carry me.
Oh, dude, speaking of developmental milestones, you know what's new
Hmm.
in our friends' lives? The boy's crawling.
We haven't mentioned that.
No, we did not mention
Oh
that.
yeah, the boy is crawling.
Oh my god, our friend's child has started crawling recently.
It's our godchild.
It's a trip, man. They sent that little video, and he's like, it looked like they're playing tug of war with themselves. I forgot how babies look like when they're starting to crawl.
He looks long, like that one on you look dumb long.
Dumb long, bro. That's a whole ass baby.
Penelope is currently chewing on her toes.
I remember when they first brought him over.
Good lord, cat.
Leave the cat alone. She's doing her own thing.
She sounds like she's biting into a carrot.
Okay, you know what? At least she's keeping herself healthy. She's not letting the fact that she's only got 3 legs keep her down. But I remember when they first brought him over. Remember how small he was?
Yeah.
He looked like a really, really angry, like monkey, but how they would look like if like Dragon Ball Z. Like every time I looked at him, he looked like a baby Dragon Ball Z character.
He looked like.
Although that works because remember they had the Gohan outfit for him.
Yeah, but he looked like the word prune.
No.
Yeah.
He didn't look very pruny when he first came out.
His little face.
Wait, he was always pissed at
He's
something.
like scrunching his
He's looking
little
at you like,
eyebrows.
who the fuck? This man looks at you like he's just
The
mad.
Rock.
Like
He has the Rock eyebrow.
Yeah, he's
ridge.
like mad dogging you. Like you'll call his name and he'll look over at you.
I mean, in his ultrasound photos, his fists were up. He was ready to fucking fight. What if I told you he had that dog in him?
Apparently, he's been driving them crazy though. But hey, all babies cry when they're nearing 1. You know,
Cute.
I asked him what was wrong. It's just sometimes a baby just cries to cry, or just wants to.
My thing is
be near them, or it just wants something, and no matter what you do, you can't give it to them. But
if your baby is just crying and crying and crying, like I saw it on TikTok, it was this mom and she was sobbing. She's like, I had to put him in a playpen and just walk away. She's like, I cannot handle the fucking screaming anymore. And I was like, that's a valid fucking thing to do.
No, yeah, no, that's
Shit,
what they
throw your child in the baby jail, walk out of the room. Like you're good, you're fine.
Well, make sure the child's
Give me a
safe. You
goddamn
know what I
minute.
mean? But that's what they did. They collected themselves. They had a few minutes to themselves after placing him in his room in his little pen.
That's how I know I'm not ready. How do you not want to shake him?
Well, that's actually a very.
Like, what the fuck do you want?
It's actually a very serious offense.
No, it's definitely not
Causes
safe.
a lot of SIDS. A lot of people.
Pretty sure I was shook.
That's that.
Or dropped.
It's that Barbara Bush where she drowned her child in a washing machine.
Huh? The dedication.
Yeah, no, I thought that was just a Family Guy skit. That happened.
I tried to crawl in the dryer one time because I saw like something about it in a book I read or in a show I watched or something. And like I got in there and I was like, this isn't very comfortable. So I just got out. My mom freaked out on me and I was like, you're not turning, the dryer's not on. It's not gonna miraculously turn on as I'm in there. I'm gonna slowly rotate like a rotisserie chicken.
Listen, if someone goes in the dryer, like if your baby somehow gets in the dryer and it gets turned on and they die from it, natural selection at that point. God
Also,
forbid it
y'all not looking
happens,
in the
right?
fucking dryers?
Yeah, like that means you would have had to one,
You're also not
open the
hearing the
dryer back up,
thuds?
two, throw clothes into the dryer while the baby's in there, three, turn the dryer on, and then four, not be looking for your baby.
Yeah, and also not hear the goom, goom,
Like those
goom.
fucking like those people that leave their kids in the car, not like deliberately, but like, oh my god, I forgot and I just left my kid in the car. How? Actually, how?
I actually have okay, so my family we went to SeaWorld in Texas, right?
Yeah.
And I was in like the back seat. I was like, I don't even know. It's probably like 7 or 8 because my mom had me doing those. You remember those like summer like schoolwork like books? So
Yeah.
like it bridges the gap or whatever the
I
fuck.
fucking hated that. They didn't count for a grade or anything. It was just something to
No,
keep
no,
you busy.
no. Listen. Mine because I went to my super cool elementary school. It taught us a year ahead. So instead of doing the second grade summer stuff, I was doing third grade summer stuff. Okay. I fucking hated it. But anyway, so it was, I think I was like 7 or 8, and we went to SeaWorld. And it's Texas and it's hot and humid because the whole land is made out of soup.
It's Texas. It's just fucking miserable,
It's
dude.
not fun.
I just,
Love the vibes. Except
the vibes. What fucking vibes are there? It's nothing but bigotry
I
and
need to correct
bumpkins.
myself. I love the Austin vibes.
Austin, okay.
Because that's Austin area. Love it. Don't give a
It's
shit.
Austin and Dallas, right?
Austin and
Those are
Waco
the.
are enjoyable.
I mean, I like Waco for other reasons, man. Stand up to the government. Fuck them. If you don't think they
Yikes.
would, they
Oh.
will.
Oy. Anyway, so SeaWorld, right? So I'm there with my aunt, my uncle, my mom, my cousins, right? And I don't really remember what happened, but I think I was just a little too slow to open the door. That or I was a spoiled wench and I was waiting for my mom to open my door.
You just call kid you a wench.
Yeah. And so like
Mercy me.
what
Oh, since we're
great
saying, since we're
heavens.
just using weird ass
Oh, what a
vocabulary for no
scallywag.
reason. Oh god,
And so I didn't open the door
it's
in
the
time,
whitest podcast on the internet, babe.
and they
You're
started.
haunting this house with your
It's why
whiteness.
it's milk. And
It's white as milk.
I
Not a
started
strawberry.
walking. Can I finish?
No.
And I started walking right there. Like my family started walking out, and I was still in the car. And Kid was like, "Oh my god, they're gonna leave me in the car." I'm gonna get roasted alive. I'm gonna bake to death, and it was child locked, so I couldn't open it. And so I was literally like,
It's gonna melt into a puddle of butter
this is how
sauce.
I'm gonna die. I was like, this is it? Are you kidding me? In a SeaWorld parking
The
lot?
little kid you was ready.
Yeah, no, because I looked because I saw like like those roller coasters. I saw one and I was like, I have to look at this. I was like, this is bullshit, right? So I'm like knocking on the window. I'm like, hey, guys. They get like maybe like I don't know how to properly gauge distance. Like from here to like the car, right?
All right, so a few yards.
Yeah. And then I see my mom just look down and then look at her other side and then look at her sister and then spin and look at the car and she sees me and she's like, whoops. And so they, they fucking hustle back. And I was like, you left me in the car, man. Like, right? And she was like, well, why didn't you get out? And I was like, it's child locked. I'm a child. But yeah, I really thought I was just gonna die in that fucking SeaWorld parking lot.
Oh my god. Speaking of SeaWorld, right? Brianna and I went once, I think once,
You name dropped.
and no one's gonna know who that is. She ain't got no social media. Anyway,
No, do y'all remember how secretive we were in the fucking beginning?
no, we're secret of ourselves, like younger relatives' names and like where we live,
Our
but
friends.
people kind of know it. There's only like one they could just Google what the fuck we're talking about.
My relatives flame me.
Anyway, we went to SeaWorld once. I don't know whose birthday it was or if it was just like a random summer trip, right? Like dad gave grandma and grandpa some money to go. I think Teresa came with us. That way she could help grandma and grandpa watch us. Dad was working. Um like it was in the moment it was fun, right? But like
Yeah.
my family, what we do every time we try something new, like it's fun in the moment. We go, we're like, all right, cool. Then when we come back and like we talk it over, they're like, so what did you guys think? We're like, yeah, it was kind of fun. We were like expecting like they were all like we all had different ideas of what it was going to be like.
Yeah.
Like we expected more sea life, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Like aquarium with roller coasters
I
versus
expected
it's
more
just like open
aquarium.
tanks
Yep.
everywhere and shit. Like it was still a nice experience, but I don't know. We went on the Atlantis ride and that shit was like way too
We didn't
fucking loud.
even go on any
That
rides.
ride was like louder and then the Indiana Jones ride at
like
Disneyland.
Colossus before they revamped it.
Oh no, I loved Colossus
Me
when
too.
it was still that loud.
We went to
But
the Woody show had like a ticket giveaway for like the farewell party or
yeah,
whatever for Colossus. And my mom got fucking tickets, so her and Neil and my sister and I we all went. And it was literally like just late night like after the park was closed.
yeah.
And it was only that ride and the other one, the orange one,
Oh,
Goliath.
Goliath, yeah.
And it was only those two rides. And we just fucking rode it like crazy. I said, shoot, we won the tickets.
Dude, man, I don't know. We sat in the splash zone and didn't get splashed. Like even Grandpa was pissed. He's like, "What the fuck? Where's the water?" Like we were pissed that we didn't get water that has whale piss in it on us.
I just remember that I saw how like the girl was interacting with the killer whale, right?
Yeah.
She was interacting with the orca and how like it was super cool. And I was like, you know what? That's it. That's the career. I'm like, I'm gonna do that. And then I looked it up like once I got home and like I looked into it. I asked like my parents about it and everything. My dad was like, yeah, those orcas are like imprisoned
Yeah, they're
and their
fucking
tank is like
miserable,
he's like,
dude.
imagine being your room, right? That's how much space you're supposed to have and you're trapped in your bed and that's it. And I was like, what the fuck?
They're just swimming in circles for their whole fucking life.
Horrible.
I'm so glad that the last of the it sucks because the company, I don't know if it's like SeaWorld Inc. or some shit. You know, if anybody that's seen, was it Blackfish?
Mm,
Anyway, they're holding on to the orcas that they've bred. So they had wild caught orcas,
pieces of
right? They bought
shit.
some and
Yeah.
then they had those orcas made. The last of which are in captivity there and they're waiting until those things die because they haven't captured anymore, allegedly on paper and all that.
Allegedly.
They haven't captured anymore, they haven't bought anymore. But that sucks. This line of killer whale has only known essentially a fucking swimming pool its whole life.
But babe, it's okay because they're in a parking lot in Texas.
Dude, the fucking parks suck,
It's
dude.
so lame. It was like dirty, and I
Like
remember that
ethics
there was
aside,
nothing. Like there was nothing to do in there. Like there was like the show,
yeah.
and that was it.
Like
Like
it's
even the
really
gift stores sucked.
yeah, like as a kid, just to go somewhere was fun. Like as we talked about it years later, they're like, yeah, you guys didn't really dig it. Like you guys had fun, but it wasn't like when we took you to Six Flags or whatever. We're like, oh yeah, no, it's Six Flags, we tear it up.
What's
Um,
your favorite Six Flags ride?
my favorite Six Flags
Are we
ride.
referring to Magic Mountain, the good one?
Yeah, Magic Mountain's good. Honestly, R.I.P. Astro World.
Not familiar.
That's the Texas Six Flags, what it was called.
Uh,
I think they have a different one now, but yeah. My favorite ride would honestly have to be, I'd say Tatsu.
really?
It scared the shit out of me.
No, that's
I've
good.
only been
Yeah.
on it twice, but I fucking love that ride.
My favorite is Riddler.
I didn't like Riddler.
I oh my gosh, it was my favorite used to be Ninja, right? And it was
Yeah.
specifically my favorite because I was scared of roller coasters. And my mom and I went together, or my sister was with us, I can't remember. But the ride announcer, right? Because they're like, it's totally safe. Like you have like you're like in a little box, right? Like it's fine. I'm like, okay, fine. If I'm in a box, whatever. And then the fucking the like the ride guy, the one that launched it, he was like, "Welcome to Ninja, hiya, hiya, hiya!" Right? And then he fucking hit the button and you go launching. And so, like, kid me was like, "Oh
That
fuck
fucking
yeah, hiya,
hi-ya,
hiya,
dude.
hiya, motherfucker, let's do this
It's the
shit."
highlight of his work
So
shit.
it made me hyped as fuck. Like literally, my mom was like, "You should tell him how much you're enjoying like him saying that." And I was like, "Wouldn't that be weird?" And then he went hiya, hiya, and I went yes. Like, we were on it 7
Remember when there
times.
wasn't any housing near
Ugh,
Six Flags? It was like there were
yes,
some.
it was just empty.
There were some, but yeah, it was just empty and it was highway. And then you got there. Then over the years, it's
That's
just
what
more
made it so
concrete.
magical is that it was just nothing, and then you just saw the fucking
I would
giant
hate to.
red tower, and you're like, my mom and I
I'd
went
never
up
been in
there
there.
only once. I was so scared because the whole thing is right. It's a tiny elevator. You go up, and then it's the room. And I know because I had seen it that a lot of it was unsupported. And I know that this is just in my head, but I swear to God, I felt it like swaying a little bit. You know what I
Yeah, it
mean?
does.
Because it's just overhang.
Yeah, it sways.
And I was like, "Mom, I want to get the fuck out of here right now." And she's like, "Well, look at all the rides and like memorabilia. Isn't that cool?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's super cool. I would love it if it was on the ground."
You know, I need to go up there. I've never been. I do want to go to
I'm
Six
not.
Flags,
Ugh,
but I'm like I'm kind of over all the roller coasters. Like I'm kind of over rides in general. Like it's
I'm
fun,
not.
but I'd want like because I want to do other shit now. I want to go like hang gliding or skydiving
Fuck that.
or what the
You
fuck
and
is
my
that?
mom.
What the fuck is that rubber band thing where you're like in a chair and they like launch you? I want to do that.
The slingshot
Dude,
thing?
I want to do fuck. Bring on the G's, man.
Nah, I want it, but Oh my gosh, I didn't even finish. Okay, Riddler I loved, right?
Yeah,
Because my mom, it's my mom's favorite ride, or it was before her stomach made it so all roller coasters are just agony now. And
that's kind of how mine is.
oh
I can't
dude,
do the
I'm
backwards
so
thing.
scared. I'm so scared for that day. But oh my god, so she showed me, right? Because the trick is, and she said, do not do this, but this is what I used to do as a kid, right? Is that you jump up because you're supposed to stand up,
Yeah.
right? But if you jump up, then you're dangling. And sometimes they won't catch it if you're on your tiptoes. So I would do that, and I'm just like, this is the greatest fucking
On
thing ever
what?
on Riddler.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, it's
I
such a
forgot what you were
it's
talking about. I
so
was like,
fun, and it's so fast, and that's, like, all the loops and shit. Because that's what I was scared of was the loops, but it's so fun.
it is very fun. I think my most underrated coaster. So let's impromptu Six Flag review. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. What do you feel is an underrated
Gold
coaster at
Rush.
that park? Gold Rush?
Gold Rush fucking slaps. I don't wanna hear it. It's a fun ride, it's enjoyable,
Now
it's
see,
cute, I love it.
I don't think
And
there's
there's never a wait.
no, see, I don't think anyone is hating on Gold Rush, right? Gold Rush is a certified hood classic.
Okay,
All the OGs have been on Gold Rush, just
yeah.
like all the OGs have been on Logjammer, right?
Oh my gosh, my mom okay, so all of my Six Flags memories are either with Kira or my mom, right? And so my mom, we went on that, and that was with Keke, right? So we were on the log jammers, and she put me in the front, and she kept on being like, "Emmy, you're driving crazy! Like, why are you driving like this?" Because you know how you slam into things, and I'm like, I'm trying." She's like, "You're driving like a maniac. This is why you don't have your license." And for some reason, that was just like the pinnacle of humor.
Yeah.
Like, that was the height for me. Like, so I'm over here just fucking cry laughing because my mom's like, "You have to turn," and I'm like, "There's no wheel." And then they closed it. We went back and they had closed it. I was so mad. I was like, "How am I gonna get my license, mom?" And she was like,
You know what
"Happens."
you know what one I found myself kind of liking a bit more
Hmm.
as I got older? Logjammers was still like a lot more fun, a lot
I'm not that
more
big on water rides. That's the
a
only
lot.
thing. I don't like being wet.
Yeah, like it's hot, but you ever notice at Six Flags and other parks like that, it's hot, but if you get wet, you don't dry
You
off.
don't dry ever.
Somehow, like, yeah, you're soaked, right? Like if you don't get soaked, like if you get just a bit of water on you,
Yeah.
you might as well have just walked 10 miles through the Everglades. You are wet the whole fucking
And for
day.
some reason, it's embarrassing.
You know, I don't
Like, it's super embarrassing to me if I'm wet at like an amusement park, and
because
it's like,
everyone's looking at you like, what the
yeah.
like motherfucker, you know what you were in the line with me.
Literally, oh my god. Okay, this is not Six Flags.
Yeah.
This is okay. So I went to Disneyland, right?
Oh, look at you.
Thank you. So I had paid the ridiculous amount for the tickets, first all, and then I was like, you know what? I want face paint because I love getting my face painted. I don't give a shit. So like, I want my face painted, right? I get my face painted. It's like fucking something ridiculous. It's like $25, right?
Yeah.
Silly. I'm like, whatever. Just fucking.
Jesus. 25
Well,
schmeckles
my family's thing that we used to always
for
say
paint on
is when we're at Disneyland or at amusement parks, just piss it away. Just piss away your money. You're here to have
face.
fun. Just right.
Now, see that after you're done, that's another point I gotta have.
So I do that, and the first ride that we go on is the fucking water ride in California Adventure, and I'm
Wait,
like, that should be fine.
what ride?
The one where it's like a tire or some shit. It's like the really round one where you're all sitting in a circle. I refused to do it. It was like the bear one.
Oh, the Country Bear.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, dude, I like. You know what? Country Bear, underrated movie. I love that movie.
So we go on that, and there's a geyser that I didn't know existed, but it's a geyser, and it goes directly, and it makes sure that everybody is completely soaked. So I'm thinking, you know what? I have like my little poncho on. It's fine. I'll just turn my head away from the water. It's fine, right? Of course, the geyser's on. I've had my face paint on for approximately 20 minutes. So literally, I got it on, paid the money for it, got on the stupid fucking water ride. I didn't even want to go on because I don't like water rides. And sure enough, gone. All of the face paint gone. And I was so fucking I to this day, I am mad.
It was gone.
It's bullshit.
Like how gone was it?
Completely.
On a rate of Gone to the Wind with Gone Girl.
No, like it literally there was no evidence that I had ever had my face painted.
So it wasn't running like LeBron's hairline. It was just gone.
It was just gone. Like literally, I
Jesus.
thought that there'd be like some evidence, right? So I'm like, oh
Water
my god.
smacked the fuck
No,
out of you. It
literally.
said,
I swear to God, the geyser saw me and it said, I'm gonna ruin this bitch's day. Like I know.
man,
And
the
ugh.
fucking Overwatch joke. You're coming up the water. The guys are just, it's high
Oh my
noon.
god, literally. And I was
But
so mad.
there's a ride that's like that at Six Flags too. It's a similar. You're sitting in like a round little like
I know
floaty
that,
chair
yeah.
thing. Yeah, I like that one. We were at like some like after school. It was basically a daycare, but we went after school,
Yeah.
and it was for like a summer. I can't remember how fucking old we were. I think I was a tween. But we went to Six Flags
Yeah.
and we all went on that ride, right? But it was like at like the end.
Mhm.
And she was like, all right, if we want to do water rides, we're doing it at the end because you know you don't want to be wet walking around through the thing. And so we go on it, and she's like, because we it was like one of those little van things,
Yeah.
and she's like, hey, how wet do you get on this ride? Because I don't want them soaking up the car. They're like, oh, you don't get that wet. Tell me why right at the very end, there's been no waves, like a little water splash, right? Like we're
Oh,
having
it's
fun in
the
the water.
big one?
Like this little crescent wave came up and just took out her and two of the kids
Oh my
sitting next to her. It was fucking hilarious. Like it moved, and I swear to God, this thing like phase shifted through the raft because it only got them. Like you could see them in the wall of water,
Oh my
but it happened in
god.
like a second. And she was just like,
Yep.
you know, like the
No,
thing everyone does when you get water
you just
unexpectedly on you, you just
Yeah.
right. Why do people do that?
It's because you're nervous. Your nerves don't know how
I've
to
never
handle it
like,
and
I've done the
not
scrunch, but I've never done the the little exhale.
Oh, I have. It's because literally it's so cold that it shocks the air out of your lungs.
Oh, damn.
That's the whole premise of it.
Probably have shocked this
And
fucking
I'm a little
depression out of
bitch,
me.
right? So I
That you
hate
are.
I don't like water rides. I would like even if it's hot, Six Flags has misters.
Those don't do shit.
They help me. I'm like,
Those listen,
yes. Or I just go into
I
and see,
was
or
I
I
was
just don't
a
go in the summer because
I
I'm
was
not
a
a
chunky
psychopath.
I was a chunky boy,
Yeah.
right? Well, the summer is when the tourists don't come.
The summer's when the tourists do go.
Oh, no, they don't go out when it's really hot, though. Like, the ones from other hot places, yeah, but, like, the Northerners and Midwesterners that fucking wanna come,
Always
right?
the bitches with the video
No,
cameras. I'm like,
they're
no.
out here like, "Oh, you ain't got none no there ain't no humidity, that's dry air." Then they come out here and they look like Patrick when he was in
Yep.
Sandy's tree dome, just that's what they fucking sound like. Um, yeah, it was pretty fun. One thing I do not understand when people go to amusement parks, right? Why the fuck do you go to the carnival games first? You gotta carry that shit
The
around for
whole
the rest of
time.
the day.
The whole time.
And then they started doing, like, the rental lockers things, but Six Flags is ghetto, bro. Like, people are breaking into the lockers and shit.
Yeah,
Or
I
like, oh, the
never have
ride attendant
trusted.
will watch and you have like 60 purses that are just there on the ground. Like, what kind
And
of
I always just leave them. I always believe them.
like if Disneyland's an iPhone, Six Flags is the Android.
Well,
But
Disneyland
Six Flags is better.
Disneyland lets you keep it like at the base of the ride
Yeah.
because they're like you're gonna have your purse, like we're gonna let you keep it, or they'll straight up hold it behind like the operating
I got
thing.
Six Flags is better. I just gotta say it.
Six, it depends on if you're looking for rides or atmosphere.
Both have good atmosphere.
Six Flags is an okay atmosphere.
To me, both of them have good atmosphere. It's kind of broken up because inside every display shop that's like, oh, look at this. This person works here. It's real life. It just looks like a normal fucking like window shop and they put like basic ass candies in there. You know what I mean? Like
Yes,
if it's like fucking Mickey and Minnie's sweet shop, don't put nerds in the window. Put like a heart
and they
shaped
don't. That's one thing about Disney. They
lollipop.
will fucking be dedicated as
Yeah.
shit. Like my dad's
But
favorite thing from there is the Goofy, the cherry sour balls.
oh yeah.
And like we've tried the off brand, they don't hit the same.
I mean, you know how I feel about that turkey leg.
That's a good turkey leg.
Oh my
I like the ice cream
god.
sandwiches and the fried pickles.
Yeah, fried
Oh, I
pickles are
want to
pretty
go
good.
to Disneyland.
You know what? You know what? I'm telling you. They're in Southern California. They know what audience they need to cash in on, dude.
It's me.
Let me open up a taco stand there.
There you go.
Let me fucking do it, dude.
Amen. Yeah.
Listen, you got Mexican characters. Where's everything at?
Yeah.
Where's it all at?
Well, right now it's the Food and Wine Festival. It happens every year in California Adventure. They have a lot of good stuff.
To hell with their food and wine, man. Give me tacos and beer. That's all I want.
Straight up tacos and beer.
Yeah, maybe some tequila.
Well, you know what we got to do, right?
You gotta go to Flower Fest.
We gotta go to Flower Fest,
Oh,
but
that was so fun.
we gotta go to we gotta get like the okay. This is idealized Disney trip.
All right.
So we gotta stay at either the Disneyland Hotel or the Grand Californian, obviously, right? Quick
Yes.
walk in and out. And then in the middle of our day, we've had a fun morning. We breakfast at the Disneyland Hotel with the
We
characters.
breakfast?
Yeah.
I mean, we eat breakfast.
No, it's an old timey. It's we breakfasted, we lunched, we
I want you to look. I
dined.
want you to look at me in my both eyes.
I can't look at both at once. But
Okay. What do you-
so we eat breakfast there, at Goofy's Kitchen, right? It's lovely. Or we order the Mickey waffles to be delivered to our room service, right? And then we go into the park. We ride a couple rides. We enjoy our morning, because we're not in a rush like these fucking tourists. Okay? We're better. And so we're just leisurely enjoying our morning. Then we go, you know what? I'm famished. We return
Famished.
to our hotel room, which may or may not have a kitchen. Ideally, it might have a little kitchenette, right?
What would you want, a kitchen or a kitchenette?
kitchenette.
Okay, because I'm like, where are we gonna get cookable ingredients at Disneyland?
That's the thing. You can bring your own to the timeshare.
Why the
But
fuck?
again, this is my idealized reality. So we go there, right? And we're like, you know what? Let's grab our drinks that we brought from home. For me, it's some YooHoo, some Nesquik. For you, what would you want to
A
drink?
Four Loco Red.
A Four Loco Red, right? We get those. We go to the hotel pool, which again is themed. They used to have a Tinkerbell theme. It was
I
amazing.
remember you showed me all those nostalgia TikToks.
I'm gonna kill myself. It's not there anymore. So anyway, so we
Progress.
go to the beautiful pool. We lounge again, poolside
I
service.
will never go to a pool in
They
Disneyland. Like,
bring
I won't get in that
us
water.
they bring us the food.
That little kid piss
Oh,
in
it's
there.
very clean actually. They clean it every single day.
So yeah, every single day.
Yeah.
How many fucking kids are in there throughout the day?
You know how much chlorine is in that bitch?
It doesn't help.
If you drink that, you would die.
No, so all right. So quick tangent. There is it's like drone footage, right? And it's the difference between a public, quote unquote, public pool at like a hotel, and then like a resort, like like a high class hotel next to them. Both
Yeah.
the pools are like on the same deck, but obviously they're separated by a fence. The rich, classy one that's being serviced like around the clock, around the day, nice and clear. The one with the everyday riffraff folk, piss. Would have think R. Kelly sponsored that pool himself.
See,
Looks like
here's my
really
thing
like
though.
watered down lemonade.
Here's my thing though. Disneyland, I trust.
I don't.
I trust them with their cleanliness. I know what their
If that pool is an
I know
ozone,
what
I ain't
their
getting in it.
hotels smell like. I can conjure it up. They have when you check in, right? They have a little room for the kids to go sit in right off the lobby where they're playing the old-timey cartoons. And it's just little kid chairs.
Bro, fuck them
So
cartoons.
so my cousin, we'd sit down in there, we'd watch it. We have to walk by the gift shop, which is strategically placed next to the kids' room and has all the kids' swimsuits. Anyway, so we're at the pool. We're lounging. It's great. We're getting the service, right? They're giving us little snacky snacks, right? We're like, you know what? I actually could use something more substantial.
At what part do we go to the Disneyland part of this
This is a
Disneyland
multi-day
resort?
thing.
How many fucking days do you think we got? Our
At
tax
minimum,
bracket can't afford more
this
than
is
one day.
did I
Could
not
barely afford
did
a
I
day.
or did I not say this is my idealized reality?
Oh, baby, you got to set your expectations a bit low.
This is my idealized reality. I do not. So this is like a 3-4 day thing.
3 or 4 day thing.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Gonna run out of shit to do at Disneyland.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
I feel like we did everything when we were there the last time.
Oh, we did not do even a quarter of everything.
We saw all the
There's
shops.
so much more.
We saw all the sites. We just didn't go on all of the rides.
Yeah, there's more to do.
Yeah, spend your
Hidden
money at the
Mickeys
shops,
to find,
and then
characters to interact with, vibes,
what do you
smells,
call it? Eat at the diners.
sounds.
Listen, hidden Mickeys are just their way of giving people schizophrenia.
I'm fine with it.
My face when the doctor tells me the spot on my lung is cancer and not a hidden Mickey. I'm crying right now, guys.
Oh, that's
the
silly.
joke.
But so anyway, so we're at the pool, right? We're lounging, we're hanging out. It's great. We're like, you know what? I could do something a little bit more substantial. Back into the park. We eat at the Blue Bayou. I don't give a fuck that it's not very good because it's not very good.
But the beignets.
No, it's the one that's in the Pirates ride.
Oh no, fuck that. We're
So
going
we
to
eat
Tiana's Kitchen.
in there.
Is that what it's called?
Tiana's Kitchen is not.
Tiana's Place. Hey, I want those beignets, man.
No, we'll get the beignets. This is all. That's
Those
also
little
a thing.
so little kid me when Princess and the Frog first came out. Actually, I might have been like a tween or a teenager by then. Anyway, child me
I sobbed.
when it came out, and I saw those beignets, dude. I was pissed that that dude's daughter didn't let him eat a single one. Like, as good as those fucking things looked, right? They like dabbed them up with powdered sugar, whisked them with some fucking honey, right? They had the big ass honey stick, looked like the
Yeah.
bee. They stole it from the bee from Cheerios, and he's about to take a bite, and she's like, "I'm gonna need 20 of your man catching beignets, bro. Put a collar on your daughter. They're like 16.
Isn't her name Charlotte?
Charlotte, whatever the fuck her
Her
name
vibes
is.
are immaculate.
Yeah, her vibes are immaculate. But let your man, your father, let that man eat some goddamn food.
She needs to catch herself a prince.
I mean, she's going to. She's confirmed a groomer at the end of the movie.
Listen.
How old you say you was? I'm 10 and a half, right? She's like, I waited this long. I was like, girl, no.
She's joking.
It's not what you want.
Oh, also
the face you just made right now.
a very, very important part of this idealized Disney trip,
All
right?
right.
Is specifically if we're in the Grand Californian,
Yep.
our room either overlooks the park itself or downtown Disney. That's very important to me.
Okay, well, what we've also talked about if we stay at the Grand Californian, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing that? Because that also affects whether we want to be facing the park or downtown Disney. Because if we get caught doing the thing we want to do, There's less steep um, consequences.
I mean, we could just wait till the park closes.
I'm trying to fuck you on the balcony during the day.
Oh, during the day?
Got to look out at the people.
Well, then, if we're doing during the day, then we'd want to strategize it and do the Disneyland Hotel with the view towards the Rose Garden,
No,
which also we
the
would be
Grand
picnicking at.
Californian overlooking downtown Disney.
Fair,
I'm gonna
yeah.
make eye
I want to
contact with
have
the
the
Lego
room.
outside the Lego store.
No, I want to have the room. I want to have the room above World of Disney. I want to be able to smell it as I'm. Oh my god, I cannot get over the fucking Disneyland hotel
Listen, the only thing
smells.
I actually still want to
God level
do
tier.
regarding Disneyland is I want to get fucked up at Epcot.
That's in Disney World.
No, that's the only thing, like with the Disney brand when it comes to their park. Like, so honestly, I do want to go again with you. But if for some reason we never go again for the rest of our lives, unless we have like a kid or something, I won't be mad.
I would.
Now, I know you'll be mad, but like, I kind of just want to go to Epcot, do the thing where you see everybody on the internet doing, where they have one drink from like all the different places.
Yeah.
Because that sounds great. Because you know why, babe?
Why?
Like I said, I'm slowing down on the drinking tremendously compared to what I used to be. However, here on this podcast, y'all know I'm a beverage guy. Always got to have a bev. I always got to have something to drink.
Don't forget the
Doesn't
bev.
matter about a snack, right?
Never know.
You got to finish your own joke, though. But anyway, I like fuck popcorn, fuck finger food. Give me something to sip on, right? Like right now, I just worked through the last of the blue that I made, right? But anyway, I've been seeing all kinds of drink ideas on TikTok, and apparently there's this like independent company that sells this thing called Henny Juice,
Ooh.
right? Now, if you're wondering what Henny Juice is, it's cocktails that are very fruity and colorful, but obviously the liquor base is Henny. It's kind of similar to, I think it's called a knucklehead,
Okay.
but it's kind of like a street drink
My dad
out on
calls
the
me a
other side
knucklehead.
of the country. Well, you kind of are one, but so am I, and so is the cat. Look at her,
Fellas,
bitch.
her tail right now. You know that thing where
Yeah, I'm talking about you,
where they
cat.
just completely drape their tail just straight down off a ledge.
Yeah, she was being kind of a bitch yesterday, but she's
Atoned.
yeah, she's back, man. She's back to being her old happy-go-lucky cat self. But anyway,
I have my next
Henny
topic.
Juice, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure out how to recreate that because literally you just put Henny in like any type of like colorful beverage, right? But mostly because this summer is what, babe? I've been saying it. It's the summer of the daiquiri, specifically the iced daiquiri. This year,
Guys, he's literally said this
I've said it to all
like
our
4
friends.
times a day for
No,
the past 3 days.
listen, because I'm telling
For
everybody that
3
we know.
stinking days.
I'm telling everybody that I know, man. I'm trying out these new drinks, right? For the fall, it's going to be something else. For spring, I've just been getting into smoothies because I got a lot of fruit.
Fall is Harry Potter season, so something pumpkin juicy.
No, yeah, no, it's going to go along that, but it's a certain type of theme drink. I'm going to be making other shit, but the name of the game for this summer season is obviously iced daiquiris.
Okay.
The more slush puppy like, the better.
Fair.
Like if I have the money, I'm going to get a slushy machine. They're not as like space consuming as you think.
Okay.
But anyway, first thing I'm going to be making, right, as soon as May gets around here, because to me, May is the start of summer.
Yeah.
May, June, July.
Yeah.
And then like August, kind of. And then like September, October, November's fall. You know what I mean? Like we've had this conversation before. Strawberry watermelon daiquiri.
Yuck.
Okay, you know what? You can go to hell on this mat. We can't all drink yoo-hoos and chocolate milk for the rest of our days.
Cowardice.
Some of us have a palate. Some of us have standards
L.
when it comes to the drinks that we
L.
consume in our body.
L.
What do you mean, L?
I'm handing you a proverbial L.
Miss, oh, I'm going to buy this apple juice and then never drink it.
Yeah.
Miss, I'm going to get this big-ass thing of iced coffee and then never drink it.
What thing of iced coffee?
All the iced coffee that I make for you and you have like a quarter of it and you're like, I'm so full. How can you be full off of 8 ounces of liquid?
Because I have IBS.
Is
that what you want to hear?
That's liquid.
Yeah, is that what you want to hear?
Yeah.
My bowels were irritated from how much I drank. Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's what the viewer
That's
wants
what the
to hear,
people want?
apparently. That's what the people want.
Ow.
Anyway, what's your next topic?
I beat Hogwarts Legacy. Not completely. The main storyline. I won the House Cup for all my homies in Hufflepuff because I'm amazing. I have amazing drip now. I finally found a hat that matches my venomous tentacular, whatever the fuck. I can't say big words. I have one that matches my little cloak.
You might as
right?
well be speaking Chinese to the viewers at this point, babe. Honestly, I'm gonna cut you off.
Oh,
Watching you play Hogwarts Legacy and subsequently passing it has made me not want to play the game.
it makes me want to play it again. I want to play it as every house. I want to do every one. I want to make a new character. Like, because obviously me,
No, like the game itself is fine, right? The mechanics are good, the graphics are good, the story's all right. Half the drip is unwearable because it's just goofy as fuck. And then the replayability seems kind of forced. Yes, each house has its own like unique house side quest, right?
yeah,
Like how Hufflepuff gets to go to Azkaban, Slytherin gets to be a bunch of whiny bitches.
yeah,
Gryffindor doesn't get their shine because, well,
fuck them.
Quidditch is
They get
canceled.
everything
And then
else.
I don't really care about Ravenclaws. If they made a thing called things I don't care about in the Harry Potter universe, page one would be
You know,
Ravenclaw.
all I'm saying, babe,
What the fuck do they even do?
all I'm saying is that you seemed a little bit regurgitated from that video we saw earlier.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I think things and don't know how to say them. And then when I
Hmm.
hear someone say what I'm thinking,
Hmm.
I'm like, wow, that kind of makes sense. But here's my main actual original thought beef, right?
I'll share
And
mine
there's
after
been
you.
and there's been a bunch of games that do this in some way, shape, or form,
Yeah.
right? Black Ops 2 is a good example of my gripe with this. It's not replayability if you have one different thing and then the rest is all the same, right?
Fair.
So
Yeah.
playing the game as a Hufflepuff and a Gryffindor will only be different in the sense of your opening sorting scene, right? Your side quests that you get with a few of your classmates,
And your
the
house.
house specific side quests, right? And then that's kind of it. And then the
Yeah.
clothing themes aside, right? Because all the school robes you get as a Hufflepuff are your colors, unless you like
They
change it.
bang. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? It's not different. Like, and then Black Ops 2, kind of the same thing. How it's the same campaign, right? But if you do something slightly different
Why didn't you shoot
before
him
a
in the leg?
cutscene,
Because I didn't
yeah,
know.
before a cutscene triggers, then it gives you like a slightly different
You're
cutscene.
standing in the right spot, so
Yeah,
the
like if you
shrapnel
want
or
to give me
whatever.
replayability, like you know what game that has a very good replayability, but it's literally just the same thing.
Mm.
Games that offer New Game Plus for the most part, right? Like God of War 3 is the first game I ever did New Game Plus
You
on.
know, I actually was wondering if Hogwarts Legacy is New Game Plus because I've seen obviously my TikTok has just fucking been flooded with these thirsty
They're
ass 15
developing
year
it.
olds. And they no, they already have drip in like the beginning cutscenes, like the beginning classes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so there must be New Game Plus because that's the way you can have those like clothing options.
Yeah.
And also, what stinks is that they have like winter wear, but winter itself, like the seasons, they are there, but they're short and you can't go back. You know what I mean? So I finally got like winter drip and I can't use it now. But also, like, okay, my thing with it is that I wish that there was, and this was mentioned in the video also, so I'm being a little hypocrite, but like I wish that there was some sort of like sneak system because there is a stealth. There's like stealthy esque missions, right? Like you have disillusionment, you have invisibility potions, and so there is a like a way to play the game sneakily. But you can really just go anywhere you want at any time, like in the castle, out of the castle. Like I understand that it's a video game and you need to
Well,
be able
you're
to
also
video
playing on
game.
the easiest difficulty.
Oh hell yeah! But like there should be like because there's this one level where you're in the faculty tower at night and there's prefects and you have to sneak around and make sure you're not caught by them.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is amazing. Like it must be like at night or like in this tower, like there's always people looking and you have to be sneaky. Except there isn't. And so what ends up happening is that at night the castle's deserted. There's nobody there. And I just feel like the game could really, really benefit just from that. Like literally just from that. And also, there's this potion you can have, the Felix Felicius or whatever the fuck, the luck potion, right?
Yeah.
I can read it, I can't say it. And so when you take that, it reveals all of the field guide locations for one in-game day, except for the ones in the castle. And that really bothers me because also the map is really difficult to navigate. It's
Yeah, there's a
confusing.
bunch of no-fly zones. It's Revelio the game.
Yeah, and like it's I love it. Like don't get me wrong, like I do love this game. In part, I have built-in love for it just because this is like my dream,
Yeah.
right? But also like at the same time I can still be like, "Hey, like they kind of fell short in this way." Like the flying mechanics are fucking garbo.
The voice
They
acting as
are
well.
horrific. No, the voice acting is good, but only in certain characters. You can tell
And
who they were
main
given proper scripts to and who like just wasn't.
No, for me, I think it depends on the act. If it's like a true cutscene, not like the mini one you get before you go into a dialogue option,
Yes.
like true cutscenes have really great voice acting.
And great
But
animation.
yeah, but then everything else, like you said, the thing just resets to a lifeless husk in between
Yeah,
sentences.
like, okay, so this
The
is
whole all of the convo interactions have the millennial pause in them. It's funny.
yeah, because you can tell because every time you interact with somebody, their face, like, you can tell that they did animate them while they're talking. The problem is that while they're not talking, their faces just go into neutral. And so what ends up happening is that you have like Poppy Sweeting, right? And she's enthused, she's smiling, she's excited, she's talking about Highwing, her friend the hippogriff, right? Like she's super excited,
The hypocrite.
and then just blank. And then she's super excited again. And it's just so jarring because you can see it. And once you see it, you cannot stop seeing it. And also like in the video, I don't need a freaking animal mount to fly around if I have a broom that you gave me already. There's there's little to no point. And also, why can I have all of these animals in the room of requirement, which I feel like is unnecessary in and of itself? I did not need a new room of requirement. Like it's neat. I don't go in there. I don't customize my shit. I don't
How else are you gonna grow your own stuff for potions?
no, like that's what
But it also seems pointless though, because what are you gonna use the potions for when your enemies drop so many for you already?
and what am I and also like what's the point? Like you don't need it. And it's like because I played it obviously I played it on story mode. I don't play video games to be challenged. I play video games so I can be OP and magical as fuck,
Then why
right?
do you play Overwatch? Because we have mental illness.
Right?
We love putting ourselves through
Because
pain.
colors and guns go burr. So I like there is in part, but I didn't use the potions. I didn't use like the plants you could grow, like because they're offensive plants. You can throw a chomping cabbage at people, and the cabbage will eat your enemies. And I never used it. And also, the professors give you assignments, and it feels really unnecessary and just tedious.
So it's a lot of busy work.
It's a lot of busy work, and like there's a better way to flesh out a game.
They're getting slice of life sim in my RPG about being a wizard or witch.
And here's the thing though, here's the thing that makes me a little bit, like, hypocritical about that, is
Yeah.
that I wish that there was more classes. I wish that there was more of me being a student than me being, like, a superhero, you
I
know what I
wish that,
mean? Like, I want to
but how would they
have the
make that fun?
TDM, like, because people I don't
No,
know if
how
this is
would
just
they make
me.
that fun? Because the classes are more or less all right. Here's a cutscene that's kind of like an over exaggerated tutorial, or it's just a cutscene to establish a mission, and that's about it.
Yeah, here's a cutscene of kids in class, and then you're gonna talk to the teacher at the end of it, "Here's your spell, go." And I'm like, "Cool." Like, I wish there was a way, like, even to just go to more classes and stuff. Like, what if like, there's this one girl who gives you trivia, right?
Yeah.
Even if there was, like, something like that where I could go into my potions class and based off of, like, a lesson, it gives me a little pop quiz and I get, like, I don't know, like, a little fucking wand decal or something, you know what I mean? Like, it's just something, like, to make me, like, reward me for actually learning because a lot of the reason why I wanted this game so badly is so I could be a student at Hogwarts and be like, "I'm in my uniform. I'm a Hufflepuff. Let's explore. Let's eat at the Great Hall," right? And I don't know if that's just me, but I've always been more interested in that. 'Cause I like I just
It's disappointing.
it's my mental illness and I get to dissociate into whatever I want to.
Now, see, my love, with my super simple man brain, right, would just tell you you're just disappointed in the game. It's okay to be disappointed in
But
the
I'm
game.
not, that's the thing.
And I know, like, it's very fun, but what the game could be is what you're disappointed in, right? Like how I was with Halo Infinite. Like, you
Oh,
had fun
yeah.
playing the game. I did not have fun playing Halo Infinite.
I
I
didn't have fun
got it, and
playing
I was
it.
like, well, I just have to pass it because it's on Game Pass. And my Game Pass is going to expire. I'm not renewing it. Like, I could tell you had fun, but now that all this stuff is done, right? Like how I said, like, oh, you did all their missions, so now everybody's just every same three
I watched
dialogue options.
Sebastian murder his fucking uncle and now he's just walking around ignoring me after I
That
covered for his
scene,
ass?
so that
First of all, that caught me off guard.
no, see, here's my problem with the game too. The pacing isn't really good.
No.
And also
But to be
there's no,
fair,
like, stakes, you know what I mean? There's
yeah.
no tension. That quest that you're describing, which culminates in Sebastian killing his uncle with the killing curse,
Yeah.
right? That
Is so
lead
out
up,
of
that
left
duel
field.
had so much more emotional tension and better music than the final fight did.
Yeah. And also, like, to be fair, I played that game voraciously, okay? I fucking tore through side quests. I tore through main missions. I was level 30 when the recommended level was level 22, right? So I was just fucking going in. So I don't know if that's why it feels so fast paced, but like It definitely was. It was very, very quick. Like, once I got into it, and I have, like, 30 something hours on it,
Yeah.
and, like, I still wanna play it more. I'd play more right now because I don't have all the side quests outside of Hogwarts yet, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Trials of Merlin piss me off.
They're useless.
I don't care about them. I like that it gives me more gear storage, but what you do with it is that you can just change how it looks, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So I have no need to have multiples of clothing, so I just have one of everything. So all it does is clog up my fucking inventory. Cuz if you can't take the thing out of the chest, then the chest stays whenever you ping Revelio, it keeps pinging and you have to go back up and grab it later. And it's annoying. And then also there was this whole side quest where you can get like where you can buy a shop, right? Obviously I freed the house elves. I freed the house elf. Y'all know who I'm talking about, right? So that was unnecessary. And the whole mission, when you're in the chest and it's the poltergeist and whatever, I
Yeah.
was visibly, you could vouch for me, I was visibly angry. Like, I did not get anything out of that. I did not enjoy it. I don't, like, it literally did absolutely nothing for me but waste my fucking time.
You know what?
And, like, for what? So that because the whole thing, right, is that you own a shop. You don't get to pick the merchandise. You don't really get to pick the name. You don't get to decorate it. And also, like, all that it gives you is about $20 more for every item you sell through that instead of to a regular person. What the fuck is the point of that? Like, it's just nonsense. And it's like it feels like they had these great ideas and then they either weren't afforded the time to actually do it or they just didn't care enough to give the devs enough like leeway. You know what I mean?
I think a little bit of both.
Yeah, and it's like it's because I understand like that obviously they've pushed it back
Yeah.
like quite a bit. And so like I
When
assumed
PS4s is coming out, what, this April, right?
May now, I think.
Oh, fuck me.
No, yeah, right. That's I got it on PS5. But so freaking I feel like because of how much it was
Holy
pushed
fuck,
back.
it's already gonna be April.
Yeah. Because of how much it was pushed back, I expected that this wouldn't be an issue. You know what I mean? And also by the time I got it, it was late enough that
Ooh, you feel that?
they had tweaked a lot of like the major bugs that were happening.
We just had a mini earthquake right now.
Oh, there we go.
You didn't
But
feel the whole couch shake just now?
no,
Oh, dude, that was pretty cool.
I was doing this though.
No, like, the whole thing
No,
shook.
that's why I didn't feel it because I was already
Oh,
shaking.
okay, yeah.
But so it's like I assumed that they would have rectified that. And it's just but let me tell you, one thing I took very seriously was my drip. Literally, you can ask him. Every time I walked into Hogwarts, I would change out of my little adventuring outfit and I'd change back into my uniform. Specifically, I like the one that's like the tan and it has the vest and the little skirt and everything. I love that. I just also I wish that there were better hair options. Why the fuck can't I have Professor Garlick's braids? Like the hair options blow. And like it stinks because they hyped up the character creators so much and then yet again for curly haired people we don't get shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was very disappointed with the, hair design. So, the hair options, right, like, I was actually able to make a pretty decent version of myself
Me
that
too. Why
highlights
can't I
Mexican
tweak?
and native features.
Yeah.
Um, but whereas my hair is long, parted in the middle, and curly, theirs is just long, parted in the middle, and, like, barely wavy. So, it's kinda lacking there, but it's very fun,
And
but
also you can only choose your face based off of templates.
yeah.
You can't I why the fuck isn't this a Skyrim level fucking thing that I was told we'd be getting, you know what I mean? And also, but again, the flying, I understand why Quidditch isn't in the game because they fucking made the flying the most agonizing thing. Why the fuck can't you control everything with the left stick and then your camera is the right stick? That's how every fucking video game has
And then
worked
you rise
since the
and just
beginning of
fall.
time.
Like, you coulda
Instead,
just made it like the sparrows in Destiny, and then you can just go up or down by pressing a button.
I can't vouch for that, but literally instead what they did.
The people will know what I'm talking about.
Okay. That's thank God. So instead, what they did is that the left stick is left or right. That's it. It's only turning left or right. And the right stick is up or down. That's it. That's the only thing. You either rise or you fall, right? Who the fuck designed
They
that?
designed it like the helicopters in Battlefield. You
No,
got pitch and yaw on a
I
fucking
want to have
broomstick.
I want to have a personal face-to-face conversation with the people that okayed that. I want to look them in the eyes
Yeah.
and I want
And
them
they're
to
both eyes.
I want them in their both eyes and I want them to tell me what the fuck they were thinking because it is the most atrocious
Also, why are there no
fucking
fly
controls.
zones outside?
Thank you. I don't know
You
because it'd
go
be
to a
too
fucking,
easy.
like, okay, like mountains, I guess, yeah, right. But you go to like a meadow or what should be a babbling brook, and it's like you cannot fly in this area, and it like makes you go to the ground. Like, that's just so fucking lame. Like, if I do decide to play it, I am gonna be walking everywhere in that game for the most part. aside from like the broomstick challenges. But everything that you're griping about with Hogwarts, you know what game is doing it right?
Hmm.
That I'm so glad I'm taking my time with to actually play through?
Ghost?
Ghost of Tsushima. Everything when it comes to your character customization, because obviously you play as Jin,
Yeah.
but the drip that you can have in that game, the different types of swords and how they look based on the outfit and the tier of the outfit that you have,
Yeah.
all the hot springs, the bamboo strikes, the haikus, the everything, right?
It's so
It's
good.
really well woven into the story. The legendary like gear that you can get, how it's told as like legends from a wandering monk musician or what have you, is actually really good. The vibes in that game are
Immaculate.
immaculate, man. But with all that being said, my love, with Hogwarts as it is right now, what would you give it?
8 out of 10.
An 8 out of 10.
Mhm.
I'd give it a 6.
I'm telling you, this it was my dream. My entire I remember, like way back when this game was first announced they were gonna
Yes.
start developing it. I was fucking ready. Like I my that is one of my things is that I just need a Percy Jackson game and my childhood will be good. You know what I mean? Like, cause it's
Well, see, how do you
I'm
rate your
able.
games?
What do you mean?
So let's say out of 10, how many points are for each thing, right?
Oh, it's personal enjoyment.
Oh,
That's how I
see,
rank
for
them.
mine,
It's
like if the game's
technical.
good to like if it's fun to
Yeah.
play, automatically it's gonna be a 5, right? How's
Okay.
the voice acting? How's the animation?
Oh, you're
How's the
much more
quality?
technical than I
Yeah,
am.
like how's the quality of life in the game, right? You know what I mean?
My
Like
issue.
how much of a pain in the ass is it when you're at like the base level stuff? Like
Yeah.
that's so for example, Stardew Valley, right? The reason that I don't really start new farms is because it's so fucking annoying in the
Agonizing.
beginning of the game, and I'm, damn near fully upgraded and I'm used to like quality of
You
life.
don't even have a horse.
I don't want a horse.
Geraldine and I,
I have farm
we
warps because
scoff at
my
you.
wife in the game gives me them.
Okay, well, I married the guy who was supposed to give me a blue chicken.
You gotta keep waiting. You'll get a blue
I
chicken.
finally got a kid.
I like the dinosaurs better, but anyway,
I should have married Harvey.
when it comes to Hogwarts, my
Yeah.
love, I am kind of let down by it.
Okay.
I watched you, like watch you play most of the game because at the time I was still thinking about saving some of it for myself. No, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna skip it. Whenever you're actually like done with it, I'm just gonna delete it off the. Well, obviously, you'll let me know
Yeah.
whenever you're like completely done with it, and I'll just
Cause
delete it off
like,
the PlayStation.
cause like literally how I rate it, right? Is like I take into account like how it is, right? Like if it's buggy or whatever. But even Saints Row, the latest Saints Row that came out, I still gave that a high rating because I enjoyed it. Like my main thing for rating something, like a movie, a song, like a game,
Yeah.
do I enjoy it? If I enjoy it, it's gonna be high. You know
Well,
what I
yeah,
mean?
like
Because like I can, because
well, because everyone can
I'm an
enjoy.
easy
No,
consumer.
yeah, like every other people can enjoy stuff. Okay, that's coming out wrong. You can still enjoy something even though someone else has said it's like really shitty. Like when it comes to let's take Rotten Tomatoes for an example, which we're finally leaving movie reviews on there. If you guys go and check out our Wakanda Forever review, it's up there. It's a
Imagine
consolidation of everything we talked about in our last quick sip episode.
no, babe, imagine that we like set like a little thing like, how did you hear about us? And one of them goes, oh, I saw your fucking Rotten Tomatoes review
Hey, we did get a few new followers after I posted the first thing.
after we did the fun TikToks that I suggested.
We still have to do those.
Not today.
Well, we got to do one today.
Not today.
No, it's just the music selection bracket. Anyway, like if someone doesn't like something, someone else can still find enjoyment in it, right? Like
Yeah.
the internet mostly loved Infinite's campaign. I can't see how Halo was late on the open world train. And this was like
And the
when
open world
back when
was
we were playing Red
subpar.
Dead, like I had all these concerns. I was bringing them up with the group. I feel like it's too late for the open world train. I think Halo is one of those things that isn't gonna really transfer over. Right, games like Ghost Recon Wildlands and Breakpoint get it right because those are more like on the tactical side of things,
Yeah.
and there's different ways to traverse your environment, and it kind of fits in the story. You know what I mean? Like also like Far Cry. Halo just isn't like that. It was a very cookie cutter world. It was a very cookie cutter type of side missions. Here, do your little main quest missions here, which most of them were also cutscenes, and then go save these fire bases, and then go save these squads, go kill this like banished leader, and then okay, you go to a new area and you have to do the same thing over again. It's fucking lame.
Repetition
Um,
is the enemy of good open world games.
and yeah, and like I don't see much of that in Hogwarts, but it just seems so surface level.
If I may.
Like watching you play Hogwarts and thinking
Yes.
about how I would feel. is about how I felt when we went to Hogsmeade in Universal and we got the pumpkin juice, we got the pumpkin, yeah, we got the pumpkin juice, we got the butterbeer,
And it was
we got our
lame
wands, and then we
as
went to
fuck.
yeah, and then we went on one ride, and we were like, all right, this is it.
It was lame as fuck, and, like, that's the thing with ADHD, and, I don't know if it's anything with autism, but I've seen it about ADHD, is that you hype you'll hype something up in your head, and you'll build it up to be something great, and it's never gonna meet your expectation. So you are always going to feel
Oh
disappointed.
no, there are some things that met my expectation.
Well, no, I'm just saying broadly.
No, yeah, I know, but
But Hogwarts, oh, I do.
someone
I
with
love
the
that game.
ADHD.
I love that game. I love seeing the castle from afar. I love walking around it. I love the greenhouses in particular. I love my Hufflepuff common room. I think it's perfect for me. I love like the uniform. I love the little house elves in the kitchen. I love it. I love it. I think it's a really I just it's my dream. It's everything. Like I literally almost started tearing up because I can just see Hogwarts. I'm standing because it looks like me. And there I am standing in front of Hogwarts
You did make a pretty good character.
with as much as I could
I
because the
just
face models, you can't
I know everyone's
customize them.
British, but fuck, I wish they weren't.
I
I'm
wish
not
I could have been Scottish or Irish or Welsh. Why aren't
yeah,
there
because
other
Hogwarts is in the Highlands, isn't it?
why aren't there other like there's no reason for there not to be different voice actors because it's been done before. Like Saints Row for crying out loud, they had pitch and different voices with different accents. You know what I mean?
God, Saints Row was so disappointing.
I loved it though. But it can be done. And I just feel like for how much it's just this. It's how much they hyped up certain aspects.
Yeah.
And they did not need to hype it up that bad
You know what I'm waiting for?
because it wasn't worth it. What?
Fucking PvE in Overwatch 2. That's what I'm waiting for.
You're never
We're
gonna
getting
get
a
it.
new hero this coming season, as well as new skins for your
Is it the
weapons.
twink?
I'm really hoping it's gonna be the Twink. Like, give us another mech. It's time for a support mech. Um, but anyway, they're coming out with new skins for the competitive season for characters as well as weapons. And a lot of people have been asking for stuff besides golden guns for a while. I, of course, want my fucking golden Zenny orbs and my golden Bastion guns back, but Blizzard won't give them to me. But at
Yeah.
least I got the Diva guns, even though I don't play much Diva
You
these
know,
days.
I gotta tell you, babe.
Um, the new skins, though, right?
Yeah.
Still take competitive points, like the gold one. They're going to cost 3,000, but
Gah,
the prestige ones are going to cost 7.
gah.
And then because it has gold, but that's 3,000. It's diamond, like the ones they revealed so far is diamond, plasma, and I think it's either antimatter or dark matter, and it's kind of like a cool
Well, that's
animated
neat. Yeah.
skin. The diamond one looks kind of lame. It looks like ice.
Yeah.
Now, games usually go pretty baller on their ice skins, like Siege, right? A big hot ticket item there is if you have the black ice skins. But
And COD, get over
aside
it with
from
the
that,
diamond.
I'm just looking for I think the only thing left on my release radar this year, Diablo 4. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to talking about that more when it comes out. I cannot wait for the new Diablo. I played the fuck out of all of them. I spent the most time on Diablo 3, obviously, not because that's the best one, because the best one's 2, but that's just the one that I had for the longest. But anyway,
I don't have a song I've been listening to.
you don't have a song of the week.
No. I have
What do you mean you don't have a song of the week, Bear?
I don't have one. I haven't been listening to anything in
Well, how
particular.
about give us something off the Harry Potter soundtrack? Because it doesn't have to have lyrics. You can have whatever you want be the song of the week as long as it ain't, Crazy Frog, because I will karate chop you. But yeah, this episode turned into more of an impromptu review of what the fuck is it called? I was gonna say Harry Potter Legacy, Hogwarts Legacy. Like all in all, it is gonna be a fun game. If you're on the fence about getting it, I would say, in my opinion, wait for a sale, but nothing drastic. It is a $70 game on PS5. It's a $60 game on PS4. I would say if you're getting the PS5 version, wait for it to be about 45, $50.
I want there to be DLC.
Yeah, let him
I
let him
need
flush let him
there
flesh some shit out. There should be DLC for this
why
game.
is there no companions? Like
What
why can I
on
not have
Where's my Niffler?
Sebastian or fucking blind boy McGee?
Where's my Niffler?
Where's my Niffler? Why can't I have a cat? Why can't I have an
Where is my
owl?
platypus that eats coins? But anyway,
Why is there no shorter skirt option?
I would
It's
it's
the 1800s. Fuck you.
the 1800s and
It's a
their
video,
children.
so that I can have the dragon eye sunglasses, but I can't have
It's
shorter
18
skirts.
They're children
There's no
in a
reason for them
video
to be
game.
down to my ankles.
That's the 1800s, babe.
Nah.
Because it's really early in the 1800s.
Also,
You couldn't even vote still.
I also wish that you could choose to roll up your sleeves or not,
Yeah, no, that'd be a cool option.
because you can put your hood up or not.
You can tell that there's some incel out there that rated against Harry Potter because if you play as a woman character, you're treated very kindly by the surrounding
Everybody
staff.
is so polite and
And they're
so
like, "Oh, they wouldn't
genuinely.
do this. It's the 18."
They're
Dude, shut the
so
fuck up.
like no, that's what threw me. Remember, I was talking to you about this when I first started playing. Everybody is so genuinely like like kind
Yeah.
and like
It's
just
off-putting.
encouraging, and it threw me.
Yeah.
Like it threw me. Everybody's even the people that are supposed to be mean, like fucking Charlotte Morris, who I hope trips and stubs her toe, even though she's a fake character. I fuck her, right?
Honestly, the one person I'm not looking forward to interacting with, Sebastian.
He's so dramatic. You're ignorant. Okay, then how about I snitch on you then,
That
bitch?
kid said the N-word in COD lobbies.
Oh my god, he's so dramatic. And then fucking ominous, who hits me with there is such a thing as trying too hard. Okay, you're a wizard and you're blind still.
It sounds kind of ableist. His wand sees for him.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm surprised there's not a fucking spell to cure
See, this is
blindness.
why they don't let white girls into intersectionality. Y'all are all about equality until it pisses you off.
Yeah, because he said there is such a thing as trying too hard. And then also when I first met him, he went, "My family has connections with the ministry. How
You
about
know,
you have how about you
you
fucking
know,
my foot connects with your ass,
no, you
bitch?"
know what? You know what was one of the funniest moments in the game for me when you had your first astronomy class, right? And the teacher's like, "What do you mean you don't have a telescope? You can't be the new student forever." Bitch, this is my first class.
Literally, I'm like, I've been the new student for 20
I
minutes.
didn't get a syllabus. I didn't get a materials list. What the fuck do you
Also,
mean?
the carriage that all of my shit was in was
A
exploded by a
dragon ate it.
dragon.
It ate it.
Like, you know this. And I just oh my god. And then
That
I thought
really
you were gonna say my ancient runes.
Oh no, that fucking like see another thing where it's like cookie cutter, where it's like, all right, here's this cool new unique quest this character gives you. We're gonna do the same exact mechanic as we did in the last one, but you just get a different reward. I hate that. But you know what I do gotta give it to, and it's in Ghost of Tsushima too. The characters match your speed
I
when you
love
have to
that.
walk
I
them. If
love
you
that. When you
walk,
were
they
running,
walk.
they were
If
running.
you
Oh my
like
god.
briskly jog, they briskly
Yep.
jog. If you sprint, they sprint.
Yeah.
It's so fucking refreshing. Like it threw me for a loop when I was playing Ghost of Tsushima when I was one of the Tales of Kenji side missions, right?
I
And he's
remember, yeah.
walking with you, and I accidentally clicked the stick, and I was like, "Oh fuck!" And I saw him sprinting with me. I was like, "Oh my god, they let you do it." Because I hate like the dialogue is great, right? But I hate just when they're walking faster than your walking speed and it's slower than your running speed, but there's no fine tuning. Like some games when you walk, it's kind of like you're fast walking, but as you let off the stick, you like actually do like a saunter,
Yeah.
if you will.
Hogwarts does that.
Yeah, like that's actually pretty cool. That's one of those small quality of life
And also
things
they
that I like
match.
in
And
games.
that's what it's like you said, they match. And it's really, really nice. Also, though, I purposely had to stop myself from running everywhere because there's dialogue that you only get if you have a long enough walk, you know? And it's just it's fucking
It's
lazy.
because twinks and like fucking fluffy boys are in there right now. It's all a bunch of
Ugh.
Timothy Chalamet like ripoffs.
Timothy Chalamet is not attractive.
He's not.
I don't understand. He hasn't
He
auditioned for something in
he
7
looks like
years.
what the fuck is he looks like one of those like dolls where if you squeeze them the eyes pop out, but you do it right before they come out of the sockets. He's got big old fucking fish eyes. Everything he sees is in
I just
1.5x.
specifically I can't stand how pointy his chin is.
He looks like he can cut some paper.
Yeah.
You know that test where they do to see if a knife's sharp and they cut a piece of paper while it's being held up? He can
Yeah.
do that with his chin.
I just
Um,
ugh.
but yeah, I luckily have not seen because usually when we talk about stuff near each other, our phones think that we're telling it and it'll show it to us. Right. I'm glad that I haven't really seen any type of one thirst edit to begin with about random
There's
characters.
been so
I got all
many.
the Pedro Pascal ones, but I was like, get
Yeah,
this the fuck.
sorry.
I was like, get
Sorry.
this the fuck off of my For You page, man.
I'm starting to get Nemours actor ones.
Oh, te na acuerda.
I can't say that, but yeah, nice. Normally it was just Pedro, so now I'm getting Pedro and him, and I'm like,
Pedro.
I'm white.
You're
I'm going to
getting
say
Pedro
things in a white
Pascal.
American accent, and
A
it's
white
okay.
American accent? No, no, my love. You have a Valley Girl.
I'm
Kind of.
not a Valley girl.
You-
Don't listen to that.
What the fuck was that?
But I digress.
What was that, huh?
Don't,
Oh my god, you're
don't
gonna
look at
walk out in an all crushed velvet pink jumpsuit
it's
next.
velour.
Velour and fucking whatever it is that Pop Smoke said in that song. Fucking
I don't know what Pop Smoke said.
oh my god, no, what is the I
I
cannot
listen
remember
to
the
real
song.
music.
Anyway, when we actually do our music episode, I feel like what do you want to do that for?
What do you mean?
Because I would actually like to put some effort into like a music episode.
But let's just stick to movies in this.
No, I know. I mean, not making music, but like we talk about our takes on music, what genres we like, what it
Oh, a
means to
music
us.
episode.
Like, do you
Okay.
mean making music? Hell
No, I
no.
thought you meant like a music series where we review music, and I'm like, no.
Well, no, that's just tied in with the regular podcast. Like, say for example, like we want to start talking about a particular album that's coming up, or if we see like a TikTok or an article that sparks a conversation. All right, like for me, and also Kendrick finally rated his albums and he votes Damn as his best one. A lot of people were convinced that he was either going to pick his latest one, Mr. Morale, or To Pimp a Butterfly. I honestly wouldn't have been mad if you picked To Pimp a Butterfly, but Damn is my favorite Kendrick album. Came out at a very crucial point in my life. Really like it, just like I like the KOD album for J. Cole. Like I get the same type of vibes off of that album
I like The Wall by
from
Pink
both of them.
Floyd.
There's a reason people always like Dark Side of the Moon or The Wall from Pink Floyd. And after listening to all of their music, I can say I can't blame them.
Babe, we've talked about this
I
so
know
many
they're so
times.
fucking mid though, but like I say bands like Pink Floyd, The Beatles, Metallica, AC/DC,
Oh, I
and like
fucking
Def
hate
Leppard and like
AC/DC
Led
and Def
Zeppelin are
Leppard.
fucking basic. They're mediocre, right? At the time they were good,
I
but
love
then
the
seeing
Beatles.
what they spawned, even within like the first few years of them being a band,
This is
and people
slander.
that did it better, it's so much. It's so fucking terrible.
Listen. My grandma will agree with me. The Beatles are fucking spectacular.
They're so fucking terrible. James Brown has done
James
more
Brown is
and
spectacular.
created more subgenres of music and has shaped the music scene as we know today with his long dead ass. But I got to hear about the fucking Beatles every day. I don't care about Yoko. I don't care about John.
I don't like Yoko.
They look like they have shit on their ass. No wonder fucking George Harrison died because he smoked 60 packs of fucking cigarettes a day.
Hey, come on. George Harrison's cool.
I was like, oh my God, his passing was so sudden. No,
It was not sudden.
it was not sudden at all,
He was
dude.
very vocal
I
about
really hope
having
that
lung
Ringo
cancer.
outlives Paul.
I also hope
I
that.
only like Ringo.
I also hope.
I just want to
Ringo-
go. I just want to go up to Ringo and be like, man, you deserve so much better.
But Ringo's whole thing, he literally like would say in interviews, he's like, I'm just a dude. He's
So
like,
for
I'm
like when it comes to like 20th century music,
human
right?
metronome.
Dream blunt rotation, dream band lineup, right?
Mhm.
On the guitars. So it's gonna have 2 guitars, 1 bassist, a lead singer, and a drummer,
Mhm.
right? My guitarists are Jimi Hendrix and Prince.
Fair.
My drummer is Ringo.
Fair. Yeah.
I feel like they could go. I don't know who I'd have my bassist and lead singer be. And I mean like their like height of their careers was in the 20th century because easily I could throw Questlove in there on the drums, but I would go with Ringo. Questlove is in an entirely different like dream music band blunt rotation for me. But anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. You know, we're up to 30 followers on the podcast now. We get a lot more plays per episode. We get a lot more views on YouTube, stuff on TikTok, but you know, people don't follow, they don't subscribe.
Listen,
So
guys.
subscribe to the YouTube, follow the TikTok,
I'm gonna say
follow
something.
the podcast, check out our movie reviews. The next quick sip episode, which I'm gonna release, you know, this week as well,
Les
because we're
Mis.
kind of behind, is gonna be Les Mis.
Ah!
You know what? We've been thinking about this one for a while. After this, probably not going to do a musical for a little bit
We
because I don't
memed
want to
it
get
for a
too
long
bogged
time.
down. We did meme it. But after this one, I think we should do like a more recently released movie, like either John Wick, Creed, or
I don't
what
want
have
to
you.
watch either of those.
Well, I do. So we got to, my love. We
Ugh.
go to the stuff you like to do too. You gotta humor me. You gotta bear with me. If it comes out on streaming, obviously.
But what is it that you said that if the wife's happy, it's like it's that?
Oh, the stupid happy wife, happy life thing. Not
Yeah.
happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah, so you should be happy that I'll be happy.
I hate you
Was that
so
good?
much.
Was
But
that a good?
yeah, it was a
Was
good
that a
one.
good? Eh?
All right. So anyway, what is your song of the week, my
I
love?
just told you I don't have one.
All right, well, fucking pretend that it's the Harry Potter. I was gonna say the Harry Hogwarts.
Pretend it's Harry Hogwarts.
Pretend it's Harry Potter's opening theme. No,
I'm looking right. Hold on. Everyone, hold on.
I mean I can give him a second one. No,
Yeah, all right. It's All Roads Lead to Hogsmeade.
what the fuck? Stop playing it. What do you? You can't play it on here.
Sorry.
Copyrighted.
Sorry, it's All Roads Lead to Hogsmeade. That's
And
it.
it's on the official Hogwarts Legacy video game soundtrack.
It's
you
a
know,
little, it's a little quirky little beat.
one of the best video game soundtracks to me, Shadow of the Colossus. I don't know. And almost any Sonic game. Well, any mainline Sonic game. No, dude, like there's
coming in here, Sonic.
No, listen. Sonic, it's a certified hood
I
classic.
like to hear the rings.
All the boys love the Sonic soundtrack. Green Hill Zone.
You know the song is like the only thing that comes to mind when I think of video game soundtracks is "Power" in Saints Row the Third.
Well, yeah, but that doesn't count. It's a Kanye West song already. It was really dope, though. I love shooting all those people when I jumped off.
It looks like some assholes are in my fucking pool. Get them out! Get them out! Laura Bailey, Love her. Love her. She was my voice in all of the Saints Row games until this one because for some reason she's not in it.
God, the Saints Row game
Laura.
sucks so much. But
I
anyway,
thoroughly enjoyed it.
my song of the week comes off of Benny the Butcher album. For those of you guys that know me in real life, I put this on my Facebook. Yes, I'm fucking dating myself. I use a Facebook. It's off of his 2018 album, Tana Talk 3, and it's 97 Hove. Something
Oh.
about anything off of the Griselda label, specifically West Side Gun and Benny the Butcher.
Poo 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 poo
I'm
poo.
not a Conway guy. I'm not an Alchemist
Conway?
guy. Conway the Machine. Um,
Hmm.
I'm not so big on them. Like they, you know, whenever they have a feature with him, it's always good.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like Future, I can't bring myself to listen to his music by himself, but I know he's got the hits, like with Future. Everybody loves Draco, everybody loves Groovy, everybody loves Mask Off, right? Everybody loves the hits. But I just can't bring myself to listen to all of his albums like I do with other artists. But this is a song I've really been feeling, especially since I feel like I'm starting to get out of this little beginning of the year depressive slump that I've been in,
Oh, I'm not.
a bunch of stuff
I
aside.
am firmly in
Oh
this
no,
bitch.
like still feeling it, but like I'm not as sad as I would. I'm sad active, not sad passive.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna see you guys next time.
Bye.